Finding the partial fraction decomposition for rational expressions. First thing to do is to go ahead and factor out the denominator x squared plus 2x minus 3. Again, there's various ways to factoring this. One way is to multiply a times c, negative 3 times 1, you get negative 3. Factors are 1 and negative 3, 3 and negative 1. I want factors that add up to the middle term. So in this case, I have to use this, and because a is 1, I can go ahead and bypass the other steps and simply say that it's x plus 3 for the positive 3 factor and x minus 1 for the negative 1. Now this is going to indicate that these are the denominators for the decomposed fraction. So I have x squared plus 2x minus 3 is going to be equal to x plus 3 plus x minus 1. Partial fraction decomposition, there's various ways to doing this. One special case is, remember that if the denominators are linear, then the numerators are going to be just coefficients, constant coefficients. I can eliminate these two answer choices because of the negative here, the minus 3, it should be plus 3. One way to doing this is to check your answer choices. For example, letter B indicates that it is 7 over x plus 3. And again, this is one way of doing this if you do not know how to do partial fraction decomposition. I know that the common denominator is going to be the product of the denominators, x plus 3 times x minus 1. Adding fractions, one technique was to go ahead and just sort of cross multiply 7 times x minus 1 plus, since it's plus 7 times this other numerator, x plus 3. Again, this was a technique from adding simple fractions. What I want to do is the numerator equal to the given numerator, 14x plus 18. So simplify this, distribute, I get numerator is 7x minus 7 plus 7x plus 21. You don't have to FOIL this out because, again, I know this is going to yield back the original denominator because I factored it out. I just need to check, because if I simplify this combining like terms, will it give me the original numerator? One thing to note here, I get positive 14. So this right here is not equal to the given numerator, so I know answer choice B is not one of the possibilities. Just double check, make sure that answer choice C works. I have 6 over x plus 3 plus 8 over x minus 1 equals, again, multiply the denominators, multiply, kind of cross multiply, not exactly cross multiplication, just a technique or an algorithm, if you want to call it, x plus 3. Simplifying this, I get 6x minus 6 plus 8x plus 24. Leave the denominator as it is. Simplifying this, I get 14x, negative 6, and positive 24 give me that positive 18. And this is the given numerator of the original rational expression. I know that my answer should be letter C. Now, if you're interested in the proper way of doing this, what you would have to do is from this step right here, where you have 14x plus 18, when we have factored out the numerator, that indicates to us that the decomposed fractions must have the numerators of the factors. Okay, again, special case of partial fraction decomposition. If the denominators are linear, in this case it's just x, and I have a constant coefficient, this might be a different coefficient, so I'm just labeling it b. So a and b are just arbitrary variables. Now again, the same technique that I used to check the answer choices, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to combine this fraction, x plus 3, let's go ahead and leave that alone. I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply, kind of cross multiply. I have a times x minus 1 plus b times x plus 3. Next thing I want to do is now check or simplify the numerator a bit further. I have ax minus a, so I'm distributing the a value, and then distribute the b value, plus bx plus 3b. Okay, at this point I need these two numerators to be equivalent. I'm going to combine the x's again. I'm working with variables, so I know that a and positive b are all in front of the x. So I'm going to group that together, the a and the b, and put that in front of the x. And then this negative a and the positive 3b, you can go ahead and combine it kind of in a fraction, or in a parentheses if you'd like. But that's just to indicate that that's going to be the number, the constants. All of this is x minus 3 and x minus 1. Now recall that this numerator should be equal to 14x plus 18. So again, what's in front of the x should be equivalent. So from here, I'm going to get that a plus b is in front of the x should be equal to this 14, which is in front of the x. The constants are all these, negative a plus 3b. That should be equal to this constant over here, positive 18. Now this is just solving a system of equations, two unknowns, two equations, various ways of doing it. You can combine these two fractions to have 4b is equal to 32. Solving for b, I get b is equal to 8. And then from here, you can substitute that back into any equation. A plus 8 is equal to 14. I should get that a is equal to 6, which gives us that the number in front, the a is 6, the b is 8. Just go ahead and go back to this again. This is 6, this is 8, which gives us answer choice